Welcome back to Titanium Hanger. This is Mike, and I'm coming at you with another video. And this time, I want to talk to you about the MP-41 Dinobot. This is a knockoff. And yes, another knockoff. Even though I said no more knockoffs are coming. So when we get into the box explanation, I'm gonna explain more into detail on that. But I did say I was gonna eat my words, so here we go. Now I told you I was gonna eat my words, so no, I'm not gonna eat Dinobot. And this isn't the only knockoff coming. We also have the Infinite Transformations, and if you know, Infinite Transformations made of Megatron, which was pretty nice. And yeah, there it goes. It's gonna be more die-cast. We don't know about the coloring. We don't know about everything about it. But we do know that Infinite Transformation did an okay Megatron. Now, I don't think that one's the best, because mine has loose joints like crazy. I think the Toy House Factory did the best on the Megatron, and the Magton, I'm going to try to get that one in to talk about it, but frankly, I don't think the Infinite Transformation was the best, but everybody likes it because it's the die-cast, so I do understand that piece. Now, when we get into talking about this guy here, I did watch Ben and I think this guy Jobby, the Hong or something. I watched these guys talking about, Ben talked about his KO and his issues, which I only had one of the issues he had, and then Jobby talking about just this whole overall figure, had quite a bit of insight that I really didn't know. But, you know, for someone who's not really into Beast Wars, like I'm not really, this figure's kind of impresses me. So next, let's talk about this box here. So this box, it does not look like a G1, whatever you want to call the original box. It doesn't fit into my collection. Now, the reason I didn't wait for the Infinite Transformations and I got this version is so that usually these KOs that are one-to-one KOs have a box that looks just like them and it'll fit in with my officials. Well, guess what? That's how they're getting around legal situation, is by changing the box. And I'm sure there's more things changed that we don't know about, and it's their workaround so that they can still put it out. Now, let's have a look inside the box. Nothing's the same. Like nothing is, this is like Zeta type packaging. And here's all the accessories and stuff that it comes with, all those extra heads, and all the stands and all that good stuff. Weapon. Yes, this is why this right here is one of the ways around that they're doing a workaround so that they can do KOs. So I think the big question is, will we see an MP-44 KO? Now we're gonna know in 10 months. Now this guy took roughly 9 months. So if you look and see, like 9 months ago was when the YouTubers were making the videos of the official. So it's been about 9 months for this guy. And Megatron and the MP-36, MP-39, those KOs took 10 months each. So if you look at all that stuff. So the reality of this is we won't know if the MP-44 KO until sometime like next July of 20. And then we won't know about the Megatron until like sometime in March of 20. All right, so let's have a good look at this guy. He is a nice looking bot, if I must say. Now I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna show you the issues that Ben at Ben's Collectibles said that he had with his. And I'm gonna show you how I don't really have all the same issues that he had with his. And so I'm wondering exactly why he had those issues, and I don't have them with mine. Now I'm thinking maybe he got like the first one off and it was like the first, your first pancake and it doesn't come out right. And so after they make a few, then they realize, oh, this is the right way to do it. And maybe they even see the QC issue and just send it out anyway. Now, he was talking about the panels not lining up, but I just think that that's fine. Like that lines up pretty good. There's a bit of a gap there and a bit of a gap there, but the rest lines up pretty good. Now, if you see my back here, it's a little high, and I'm gonna show you why here in a second. So that's the first issue he had with his. Now, the second issue he had was these pieces in here holding the feet in place were broken. Now, I guess the proper transformation is that these fold down inside this section here. And mine was mistransformed. So they weren't able to put a stress mark and crack mine. So I'm just gonna mistransform mine and keep it from cracking it and stressing it. And then the other issue that he had was he was missing a piece right here. So if you look close, you can see that's just a hole cover. Now I've got both mine, and he was missing his. So those are 3 of the issues he had. Now the other issue is in robot mode, and we'll get to talking about that. But let's look at this guy here. Now he can change his eyes, just like Grimlock does. Let me see here about this eye change business. Yeah, that's kind of like a dopier look. I don't know. You like that dopey look? It's like, I do think I like this one better, to tell you the truth. It looks like he's conniving, like he's thinking of something, because he was kind of a conniver. You couldn't really tell. He has honor, but you couldn't tell really which side he was on. So here he is next to the likes of the MP Optimus and the MP Cheetor. And as you can see, like, he is super long and super cool. And I'm going to talk about price for a little bit with this, because I mean that's near and dear to everyone's heart. And I picked up this Cheetor, an official Cheetor, an official. Now this isn't the first run. I think this is the second run that had extra stuff with it and looks more like the toy colors. But this guy was, I don't know, I think I paid 60 and 55 or something like that. I wasn't going to pay crazy amounts. I got him for a good deal. But the thing is that if you look at this guy for a TF Direct, I got him for $77 after my discounts and all that, shipped. And the original one was $150, or $250, so you're saving $173. Now I've got the Infinite Transformations coming, and that one's going to be like $84 for me. And so when you look at that, and I'm going to get that one from Show Z, and I'm going to compare the two, of course, but I'm still almost $100 in my pocket and 2 of these different KOs. So I'm a big advocate. I love KO. Here he is with the original Megatron toy. I know that the Masterpiece Megatron is amazing looking. Hopefully, if they ever do KO that, then maybe we get some English voice clips in there. That'd be nice. All right, so let's take a quick look at the accessories. He comes with the stand, and that's a big deal because you pay $330 for the Megatron. He doesn't have a stand, so you'd have to borrow the stand. Hey, let's just use the stand that goes with the KO, right? And then, of course, he has this awesome sword and touches on the fact that it's pink. These are connectors for bot mode. This is how you connect. This little piece here is how you connect the disc. Now, I have a golden target coin I might try to use too. Let's see if it fits in there. And then this are his I-beams. Take a quick look at the head sculpts, and yeah, there you go. This one has the I-beams. And then these two are just mean looking faces that don't look that much different to me, to tell you the truth. Slightly different expressions, but not that different. So let's go ahead and transform this puppy. so here's Dinobot all transformed. He looks good. I didn't quite get everything tabbed in just right. Still kind of fiddling with it. But the biggest issue is how you mess with these shoulders. That's really the key to all of the transformation, is all in the shoulders and how all of it compacts inside his chest. But I would have to say he does look pretty good. Let's take this weapon off real quick and let's have a good look at this guy. So he's got a nice side profile. The front, that's kind of like the dino head turns into that. It just really looks like it walked out of the cartoon, which is kind of what you want. And it definitely doesn't look too toon. I don't think you can go too toon when it comes to that CGI animation that they were doing. But yeah, like all angles look good. And the face is just way harder to get off than I thought they'd be. That was a surprise to me. But here comes the eyes. So this is the face that holds these ray beam pieces on. So let me get that working for you. And there he is with his green laser beam. Pew pew pew. Let's look at his weapon accessory. So this thing here is pretty cool. It is I like the sword, and then mine doesn't rotate properly. I'll have to probably take that apart and fix it. But you can fold this over and put that in here, and you have this as the weapon. And then for all the fun posing that you can do with this guy, then you could take the golden disc with that piece on it and put it in his hand. Which doesn't hold in as well as I'd like, but however you want to do that. Here he is with the original Toy Prime, and I think the Toy Prime's slightly bigger than the MP, which is odd. But yeah, I think they look pretty good together. I mean, that size looks about right. Dinobot with his golden disc. And here he is next to the Magic Square Prime. So you could say, hey, he's MP10 size, or Magic Square size, so he's right around that size. So, I mean, I guess for a $250 figure, you're getting a pretty big one. Probably, I guess, the second biggest that they've released now for the Beast Wars line. So, lastly, I just want to say, ask, is this going to be the new way that the third party or fourth party KOers get around with this new box? Are we ever going to see packaging again that's from a KO that matches the original? Would you even want that? Are you happy knowing, hey, we know for sure it's a KO from now on? That kind of takes the ambiguity out of it. But anyway, I think this is a pretty good figure. The last point was the blue being too whatever you want to call it, transmetal 2 blue. It's too metallic, but I love that. I like that better than the original. I think the original was too light. So that was the last point that Ben had said that he didn't like in his. And I actually like the darker blue better, and I think it matches the cartoon better. And let's throw that up there for a second. So let me know what you think about this guy. Are you even into Beast Wars? Do you think the Infant Transformations is going to be a world better? Like, subscribe, and tell Dave your banger out.